Okay, so I know what you're thinking. Being vulnerable to a lady and letting them know that you have some emotional weakness probably makes you feel like you are less of a man, right? And probably makes you feel like you aren't being attractive because, well, let's face it, every woman is very emotional. They are emotional beings, so surely opening up about a weakness makes them feel like, ooh, I don't want to date you. It's actually a great attractive trait for many different reasons, specifically because ladies know that you are genuine with your feelings and that you are emotionally healthy. And according to Dr. Brown, a vulnerability is taking that emotional risk in saying something without actually knowing what the outcome could be. It's basically you showing up in your most authentic self with the lasting thought of, maybe she would turn around and say she doesn't actually love me, or maybe she doesn't want to go on a date with me. But obviously, you opening up first gives you a lot of confidence and it makes you a little bit more attractive. So stick around for the rest of the video. My name is Anna. Number one, you are able to express your emotions clearly. Now, this is very attractive because someone that is emotionally healthy with their own availability is able to recognize how they feel and they can manage their own emotions, which means if you are dating someone who has this trait, you are less likely to struggle to understand what they want, how they feel, and what their needs actually are. It makes the relationship boundaries a lot smoother, and also it means that person is able to understand what you need, making the relationship overall a lot better. Because have a think, isn't it better to be with someone who can explain themselves truly over a long-term situation than it is to date someone that just cries and doesn't really know what's going on in their own head and spending the rest of your life with them? It's attractive because it gives you the ability to grow. If someone is emotionally healthy, it means the other person is able to accept what isn't working for them in the moment. This means you can fully acknowledge the process completely in taking the next steps to actually grow. Now, no one is exactly the same as the person they were when they were a teenager, of course. And if a lady sees that you can be just a little bit emotionally vulnerable at the start of a relationship, she is able to understand that you can grow as a person, which means you can keep up with life stresses and she doesn't have to worry about looking after you because you have your own. The overall communication is a lot better. A woman completely values communication because she understands her female friends and how she can connect with them based on this emotional support. She knows how they feel, they know how she feels, and it's just a great feeling process. Therefore, she knows that if you are able to open up about your own vulnerabilities, you're a lot better in terms of the communication process. You will tell her when you don't feel good about the relationship, when you are not happy with something, all in the hope for there to be a resolution and a chance to fix something. But also, she knows that you are able to express when you are happy, because it means you guys are less likely to have ridiculous, heated arguments because both couples are just a lot better at communication. It means they can speak up for what they want, they can listen, and they want to find a solution pretty quickly without both people becoming hotheads. There is a deeper level of empathy. Vulnerability is attractive because it lets the other person know that they have a deeper level of empathy and care and understanding, and it means they are a lot willing to push aside that fear of rejection to just be our true valuable self. And we know it's not an easy skill to talk about things. A lot of people don't commit to doing good things for the fear of rejection. However, if someone is skilled in doing just that and putting themselves out there, it means women are able to appreciate that. They understand the struggle because the vulnerability is apparent in females too. The trust is stronger. Naturally, someone that is able to offer their vulnerability is also someone that values trust in a relationship. And these people will trust each other in a relationship, meaning the intimacy builds much quicker in the overall relationship. And it's genuinely a very, very healthy relationship. You are not bothered about society's opinion of you. Let's address the elephant in the room here, guys, because society tells you to wipe your tears, and if you are crying, it's a sign of weakness. Apparently, it's a sign of weakness if a guy has emotions, which is completely ridiculous because if guys weren't supposed to feel emotions, evolution would have taken them away, right? So if a woman can see that a guy is able to be honest and talk about his emotions and open up with his vulnerability, she knows he isn't someone that's a slave to the social hierarchy. It means he is much more willing to break through what society tells him to do in order to just be his true self, which is incredibly attractive. A guy that is able to say, this is how I'm feeling, this is what I'm doing today, It means they are vulnerable because they don't know how people are going to react to it, and it's really ballsy and very attractive. And the beauty behind being vulnerable is it's still painful for a woman to admit her feelings as well. So when a guy admits his feelings, she just feels a lot more like, wow, he just goes against every grain of society, written things on the wall, and he's just incredibly awesome. Now, as ladies know how much strength is needed to open up about your feelings, we completely understand how much you feel when you do put yourself out there to feel slightly uncomfortable. We get it, we acknowledge it, we feel it, and we appreciate it. You can just enjoy the moment. Now, the most valuable thing about being in a relationship is being able to open up and love someone every single day, but bittersweetness here, with that hidden thought in the back of your mind that that person could stop loving you for some reason. They could just go out one day and find someone else. However, this doesn't stop people wanting to be in relationships. It means they are putting themselves out there on that vulnerability line for the chance of actually being exposed and not being loved back. However, when you accept this is a genuine outcome of every single relationship, you think, you know what, I'm not scared of it. If it happens, it happens. I'm happy right now. And it means you are able to really feel good in the moment and experience some amazing situations and experiences with your partner. Because for those that have a fear of intimacy and they are very avoidant in their relationships, mean that they struggle to build vulnerability with other people. Therefore, they always hold back because the dread of being abandoned and hurt is always at the top of their mind, meaning it gets in the way for every relationship because they shut down. And women are very quick to notice this in a guy. However, if a guy is being very vulnerable towards the start of a relationship, she thinks, he's emotionally healthy, I'ma date him. It means you are a great fatherly figure. Us women, we think about every single long-term situation, no matter what it is, what we're doing. It could be work, it could be owning a car, it could be our potential partners. It's naturally ingrained into us. And if we can value someone's current state of emotions, we can see what they would be like when they grow as a person. If they are able to talk about their feelings, it shows they are great to connect with other people's feelings, specifically with children. And remember, children haven't quite understood their vulnerability. But when a guy is really good with children, we're like, oh, well, we've got to date him. Now, a child gets upset and they cry and they might not always know why they are feeling sad because they haven't built that intelligence yet. And that's where the mothers, the fathers, the guardians come in because they train the children to say, I'm upset for this reason. For example, the guy might say, are you sad because you're hungry? Are you sad because you broke your toy? Now, being able to teach someone else these types of skills when it comes to emotions is very attractive. We made it to the end of the video. If you like this video, give us a huge thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. It will make my day. And you can even go one step further and get your name up on our super fan board. These are some amazing people that actually support the channel every single month. And if you want to know more about that, then click the description box below to find out some more. Have an amazing day. See you soon.